So here we are today in Town Hall. We're going to have a little special ceremony for the Iwo Jima as a celebration, but there's so many people that were involved with so many aspects of being involved with the service. You're here today to show honor. Introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about you.
Okay, my name is Jack O'Neill, and I went into the service right out of high school, graduating from Fair Lawn High. At that time, the World War II was over, and after basic training, I went and spent 4 years in Berlin, Germany, during the Berlin airlift and the Berlin blockade. Following the 4 years, I came back home and went to Officers Candidate School, and then eventually they sent me over to Korea, where I spent the year of 1953, which was the final year of the Korean War. And I stayed in the service for about 7.5 years.
Well, that's a long time.
Yes.
That's a long time.
And after that, I went to college, University of Maryland, on the GI Bill. And the big thing that we respected with the World War II veterans and all those who served both in Europe and in the Pacific was the great sacrifices that they made. Even with Iwo Jima, some people may wonder why spent so much time trying to destroy the 20,000 Japanese that were in that fortress island. But Iwo Jima also had 3 air bases, and having those 3 air bases was important to us, so that we could then send our air fleets over to Okinawa as well as mainland Japan. And the thing is too that since our taking that island with those 3 air bases meant that it deprived the Japanese of using those air bases, and then they had to retreat. And one thing that we do periodically too, every year, we go to the various schools, Fair Lawn High and Memorial and TJ, and we on Veterans Day, during that particular period of time, we conduct interviews with them, and they seem to get a lot out of it, and it brings them up to date. But it is also a connection for us, older people, to connect with the students and who are going to be the future of Fair Lawn and our country and our state.
That's incredible. I can't imagine all the thoughts and the memories that you must have. But one thing I do want to say, I know you're appreciative of what's happening today, the ceremony, but a tip of my hat to you, sir, for your service and for being a great part of this town as well. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you. And while I'm waiting for the ceremony to start, I'm going to chat with another gentleman right over here. Hi, sir. What's your name, please?
Sal Sheldon.
A little background, please.
Well, I was in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. I don't have as interesting story as Jack O'Neill does.
Just having you serve, sir, is his story.
Well, 1959 to 1961, and that was the time with the Cuban crisis when President Kennedy was president. And fortunately, we didn't go over and fight in Cuba, but we're ready to go.
Well, I just want to let you know, as I've always been saying, that we appreciate all your service all the time and understand that you're here today to honor those, not just that one particular situation, but all those that have ever served. God bless you, and thank you for your energy and time. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Thank you for being here for this particular ceremony. I know it's very special for all of us. Introduce yourself and just a little background, please.
My name is Jim Storazuk. Family moved here in 1941. I've been active in the community. I served 5.5 years active duty in the U.S. Army, to include 18 months in Vietnam.
We just want to always appreciate, I mean, it's so hard sometimes just to put into simple words, but thank you for your service.
Well, thank you.
And thank you for being here today to show that to others as well. God bless you, sir.
We're here to remember the Marines on Iwo Jima.
Yes, we're not going to forget anybody at any time. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Councilwoman Swain, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, we're here just before the ceremony starts, but your thoughts about Phil on doing a special honor like this?
I I think it's wonderful because whenever we can remember the people who have served our country, it's an important event, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to honor the Marines who served our country.
I think it's always a special occasion, and the words we'll never forget always come into my mind. And I think it is very special. Thank you for being here as well. And as I always say, thank you for everything you do for the town.
And thank you. So now people will be able to watch and remember.
That's the whole idea of it. Never forget. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank you all for being here for this ceremony today. I want to thank one of our residents, Rich Seibel, who, as everyone knows, is always concerned about veterans and brought this idea to the borough to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Battle of Iwo Jima. And I'd like to start out by introducing Councilwoman Lisa Swain, Freeholder David Gans, the Chairman of our Veterans Council, Colonel Jack O'Neill, Rich Seibel, who worked himself together. And today we have with us also Nick Magarelli, and Nick is the assistant to the borough manager, but he is also our newly appointed liaison to the Veterans Council from the borough. So we think that's great. And also our borough manager, Jim Van Kroonigen, is here in the back of the room. So we're very happy that you're all here today. You know, it's a very interesting thing that Mr. Seibel came to me with this idea. He Facebooked me the statue from Mount Suribachi and said we have to do something about this. So today we come here to remember the 70th anniversary of the Battle of Iwo Jima. It started on February 19th, 1945, and it was a major battle in which the United States fought and captured the island. And the battle ended on March 26, 1945. During the battle, 6,821 United States Marines were killed. 2 were captured, but they were recovered. 19,217 Marines were wounded, and 1 escort carrier was sunk. The Japanese lost 18,844 soldiers, 216 were taken prisoner, and some 3,000 were left hiding in caves because they wouldn't surrender. The 5-week battle was comprised of some of the fiercest fighting of World War II. The battle, of course, was immortalized by Joe Rosenthal's raising of the American flag, the photo, on top of Mount Suribachi, where 5 U.S. Marines and 1 U.S. Navy corpsman raised the flag, and that took place on the 5th day of the battle. World War II was supposed to be the war that ended all wars. Unfortunately, today we are all aware that it wasn't true. That's important for us to remember the members of our armed forces who fought in World War II and all our wars to protect our freedom. But today, we have members of our armed forces still fighting and protecting our freedom. Today, 5 miles from a base in Iraq in the Anwar province, 340 Marines stand ready to take on the Islamic terrorist group ISIS. They're only 5 miles away. So today, I think we should keep those Marines in our thoughts and our prayers. But I do know that those Marines will fight with the same courage and valor that the Marines fought in Iwo Jima or any other place that the United States Marines have landed. So today, our country, once again, is faced with people who want to take people's lives for insane reasons because they don't believe what they believe in. So tonight and today, we remember those who fought at Iwo Jima and all of those who fought to protect our freedom over the years so that we could stand here. God bless our men and women in uniform and all those that have served and those that have died protecting our freedom. And may God bless America. Will you all please rise? We're going to do the flag salute also. And I would like Colonel O'Neill, will you please lead us in the flag salute?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The next call on, you can all be seated. Next call on Freeholder David Gaines and former Fairlawn Mayor. Welcome back.